Assalamu alaikum. Today's topic is very important. There is a new fatwa about zakat, and that is very important for the Americans, especially the people who are living in North America and United States. So, Fiqh Council of America, it's a body that is, consists of the ulamas and the scholars, an assembly. They look into the matters for the Muslims, the new things that have come up, the new masails, the new issues, and then they provide us the solution. They issue the fatwas on that. So this has been a question about how can we support the candidate of the political systems, because we have to understand, being in North America, we have to be part of the political process. If we're not part of the process, if we're not on the table, then we're on the menu. And I've been saying this for 2003. Alhamdulillah, we have tripled the number of masajids and the number of institutes from 600s all the way to 1800 between last 22 years. And I've been saying this, that we're putting all these masajids and institutes, but we're not doing enough to protect them through the law. All these laws, freedom of speech, freedom of religion expression, and all that, they have been man-made. Anybody can come up and change that. If there is a big enough lobby, they can come and change all these laws. They can change that, and you can be in trouble, and we can be in trouble, the massages, the institutes, and will not be able to practice. And give you an example that it has happened in Europe and also could have happened here. They can come up with a group of, or a lobby that can come and say that the Muslims are doing zabiyah halal. During the zabiyah, the process of zabiyah is a very cruel process for an animal, and it should not be allowed, which means you cannot do a hand cut or hand slaughter or any of like that. The zabiyah, you cannot do it anymore. If a lobby comes up and spend enough money, there's a possibility the law will pass. And once the law is passed, that means you cannot have zabiyah anymore. What are you going to do? So it's better that before anything like this happens, you go out there, you talk to the candidates, you talk to the political people that who put together the policies, and educate them that why it is important for us, why we have to have a zabiyah, and why do we need, and why do we do it, and what is this importance. And to lobby, you need the money. Any smallest lobbying firm starts at $15-20 million. Brothers and sisters, we need to be inclusive in the political process. There are some brothers and sisters, they're here, their mind is back home. It is not going to work this way. If this is your country, if your future is here, your kids are here, you have to be a part of this country. You have to follow the rules and play the game of the country. You have to be, integrated in the society. So one of the things that was lacking among ourselves was that how we become a part of the process. We're only 1%. Our votes are very limited. It is not possible to have, really get so many people out and vote. So the candidates that come and talk to us, we're not an important people, entity, or a ethnicity, or a group of people. For them is because our votes are very limited. However, they also look for the money, because the money is very important in the political process. They need it for their campaign. So if we have a pool of money available that we can use to influence this, and that fatwa is about that. Now we can use zakat money to spend for the political campaigns in the North America. According to this fatwa, and I'm reading it from that fuqahas and ulamas has sit down and have decided that yes, it is permissible. Yes, we can do it. And they have also did this ijtihad from one of these ayahs of the Surah At-Tawbah, ayah number 60, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us 8 categories about like the people that we can spend the money in. Among those, one of the category is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed for those whose heart are not fully there to become believers or to accept Islam, but we can spend or give them the zakat so they become more inclined, so because they become more attracted toward the message of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to the Quran book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Qur'an. And also we can spend the zakah to the people who are slaves, who are stuck in a situation, who are fir riqab, like they are kind of like how I say it in the word that their necks are stuck, or they're slave, in other words. Brothers and sisters, our brothers and sisters over there overseas, you know that very clearly, that they are in a situation that they are stuck. They cannot, nobody's helping them. Nobody's going to help them. And what can we do from here? This is the only thing we can do from here. In America, Doesn't else works. No procession works. No chanting works. No boycotting works. What works is the political system. You have to go through the political system. There's no other way to do it. So be mindful, and that this is something that was really needed. Our ulamas, Dr. Yasir Qadi, Dr. Siddiqui, and I'm very thankful for them. And we have a couple of days ago, a meeting as well regarding this. They have come up with this fatwa, and I think it is really about time, and we need to focus on this. I've been a part of political process. I have seen political action committees, PACs, and I know how it works. Mostly our people they come up and to meet the senators and the congressmen, and I have a lot of them came up in my office and my work and my home as well. So when the people from our community came, they have one agenda: they handshake and they take a picture, put it on the Facebook. It's not going to work. It's not going to work like that. We have to have a collective committee. We have to have a collective organization that collects that zakah, that collects that money that is just being allowed and is getting into the poll and then get it distributed. But this process has to be very, very transparent. Who is doing what and how many people are involved? Again, this is just the beginning. It is just the beginning, but we have to, as it says, it's a work in progress. We have to develop the processes. We have to develop the transparency. We have to develop the teams and all that stuff. And we have to be critical about that as well, that it did not get misused. People don't take the money and go and make up their own profiles. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is going to give barakah when we are united, when we are together, when our cause is, with the pure heart and with the unity. So inshallah, we all make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah give us the barakah and help us. Again, this video is very important because it is about something very new. So spread this and have people, look into it. There will be brothers and sisters. They do not agree. That's fine. They do not agree. This is their right. They do not agree to this. However, those who agree, they have to come up with, other questions and also suggestions to the Fiqh Council. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.